Horoscope for Scorpio, Friday, 8 May 2026. Welcome to CosmologicaLab. You feel that pressure in the air, Scorpio? The cosmos presents you with an intriguing challenge. One of those days where the atmosphere seems charged with electricity that does not finish unloading. It is not a tension that seeks to destroy you, but one that shakes you so that you stop ignoring what you already know inside. There is a necessary friction in the environment, as if the pieces of a puzzle were trying to fit in by force, forcing you to check your laces and structures. Today, heaven asks you not to run away from discomfort. You feel that there is something that has to change, a vibration that disturbs you while you check your earrings, or while the silence of the night becomes too dense. Today's energy feels like an emotional roller coaster. On the one hand, there is a deep need for stability and an intuition that whispers hidden truths to you. But on the other hand, words and actions seem to collide with each other, creating small sparks of conflict that force you to stop. It is not a day for superficial lightness, but for courageous confrontation with your own reality. That intensity you perceive in the cosmos manifests itself in you, in your own presence, as a magnetic force that you cannot ignore. Although you do not feel an overflowing vitality today, your Scorpio essence feels deeper than ever before. It is as if your body is a temple in the process of renewal, where the energy does not unfold outwards with sudden movements, but concentrates inwards, de-densifying itself. You can feel a subtle weight on your shoulders or a more penetrating look than usual in front of the mirror. Your body is asking you to recognize your own power, to inhabit your skin with the consciousness of those who know that true strength does not lie in agitation, but in the ability to stand firm in the midst of the storm. Taking this energy to the professional and material terrain, the panorama is presented with nuances of profound transformation. There is a very special presence of Venus in your area of shared resources and transformations. It is possible that today, while you review a bank account, a contract, or even an outstanding debt, you feel that money management is not just a matter of numbers, but of trust. There might be an opportunity to negotiate something that involves others, perhaps a loan, an inheritance, or a joint investment, where diplomacy and long-term vision will be the key. Although in your area of expansion and luck, governed by the energy of Sagittarius, you feel that urge to throw yourself into the unknown and search for wider horizons. The presence of Saturn asks you not to forget the foundations. It's not about not dreaming, but not building on sand. If you're thinking about a new project or an investment, the universe tells you that luck is on your side, but only if there's a structured plan. In your career, under Leo's eyes, your desire to shine and be recognized is palpable, but the current tension warns you not to seek the easy applause, but the respect born of excellence and integrity. You may receive an email that makes you doubt your position, but remember that doubt is just the prelude to a stronger new strategy. If we look now towards your day-to-day, toward that machine that is your routine and your health, the situation requires almost surgical attention. You have a configuration of a lot of activity in your area of habits and well-being. Mars, Saturn, and Neptune are operating together in your area of routines, and this may feel like an internal struggle between the need for forceful action, the demand for discipline, and the desire to disconnect from everything. You will likely experience days where you sit with inexhaustible energy to clean the house or start a new diet, but suddenly, a feeling of hazy tiredness or lack of direction will overwhelm you, as if the motivation would dissolve between your fingers. It is the dance of Mars and Neptune, the impulse against dissolution. In order not to exhaust you, the teacher's advice is the kind structure. Don't try to change your whole life in one day. If you feel Saturn's tension, use that energy to set a small, but nicely fulfilled limit, such as leaving your mobile outside the bedroom or spending exactly 10 minutes stretching your back. Do not allow Neptune's lack of clarity to lead you to procrastination. Use Saturn's discipline to create a haven of order in the midst of mental chaos. If we go into the realm of your affections and your bonds, This is where the real emotional battle is happening. The sky is very populated in your areas of relationship and home. On the one hand, you have an overwhelming intensity in your most intimate core. The Moon and Pluto are in your area of roots and family, which can bring to the surface very old emotions, memories, or family tensions that you thought were overcome. It's like when you clean an old drawer, you find a card that changes your perspective on your past. But the tension also moves into your external relations. With the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus activating your partner and partner area, communication can become erratic. You could get an unexpected text message, maybe a WhatsApp that leaves you in view, or a brief answer that you interpret as a landslide, causing a small short circuit in your tranquility. There is a tendency to verbal impulsivity or electrical reactions that could drive away those you love. The key here is the pause. It's not that the connection has broken. It's that Uranus energy is shaking the structures so that you learn to communicate from the truth and not from the defensive reaction. In the field of friendships and groups, Virgo's energy asks you to be selective and practical. Don't look for big crowds, look for quality. A casual encounter or conversation with a friend of your whole life can give you the clarity you need, as long as you focus on what is useful and real, moving away from gossip or group dynamics that only drain your energy. Finally, in your mental and spiritual world, there is a light of hope and expansion. Jupiter in your area of wisdom and studies gives you a moment of mental click. You may be reading a book, listening to a podcast, or simply observing the motion of the clouds, and suddenly, a philosophical idea or concept that you had difficulty understanding is illuminated in your mind. It is an expansion of consciousness that allows you to see beyond your immediate problems. Although your mind may feel somewhat structured or even weighed by responsibilities, due to Capricorn's influence on your learning area, this transit invites you to trust that expansion is occurring, even silently and undergroundly. If you feel today that you need to do a ritual to manage this tension and prevent words or thoughts from surpassing you, I propose a small act of tension alchemy. Get a piece of paper and a pen. In a moment of calm, write down everything that is irritating you today. That comment by a colleague, that doubt about your finances, or that feeling of distress about your tasks. Don't hold back, let your hand flow. Once you've dumped it on the paper, visualize how that load is released from your chest. Break the paper into very small pieces, almost as if you were undoing a knot, and place them in the outer trash, thanking the paper for serving as a container for your frustration. When finished, wash your hands with cold water and some soap, imagining that the water drags any residue of that irritation, leaving your energy clean and ready to start again. To accompany your intention of calm and clarity on this day of contrasts, I propose the blue color. You don't need to buy anything new. It can be the wallpaper on your phone, a cup of blue coffee, or a small detail on your clothes. Blue will help calm the mind and soften the edges of communication, acting as a balm for Mercury's tension. Remember that the important thing is not the object itself, but the visual reminder that you can maintain serenity even when the sky seems agitated. Today, you will discover that your true strength does not lie in avoiding the storm, but in learning to navigate it with the wisdom of those who know their own depths. Have a good day, dear Scorpio. Subscribe to CosmologicaLab so you don't miss the next video. Give it a like if it resonated with you, and let us know in the comments what you thought. See you in the next video.